Well, hi everybody. I'm John Redland, and this is my review of AEW Dark from Jacksonville. 2 matches on the whole show. 1 match got cut. It was Billy and Austin Gunn versus Shawn Spears and somebody I don't really know. One of my mutuals and I were talking for a little bit, and people were saying, oh, the reason could be because WWE owns the Billy Gunn name. I'd be inclined to believe that except for one thing. He used it on a couple of AEW's pay-per-views, and then also on a recent episode of AEW Dynamite. So if they own the name, how would he have been allowed to get away with it until now? I mean, so who knows? It's entirely possible they could just accidentally cut the match and they'll put it up on their YouTube page at some point. I'm not totally sure. It's a bit weird, but with this show, there really wasn't a whole lot to it, so this is going to be a bit of a short review. So you had Tony Schiavone and Dasha Gonzalez run down the card and everything. They also then would talk about places, cities that were going to be hosting Dynamite coming up in, the next few weeks. And we have Excalibur and Chuck Taylor on commentary. And we have a squash match featuring the women. It's Awesome Kong with Brandy Rhodes and Melissa Cruz, or they're calling her Mel. I'm not entirely certain, because I don't really give 2 shits about the Nightmare Collective, because Brandy Rhodes is a charisma vacuum. But anyway, Awesome Kong took on a newcomer, at least newcomer to AEW, Skylar Moore. I'm not that familiar with her. She has a good look, though. She, she had some energy in her entrance. Okay, interested to see if they feature her more, or if this is just like a one-time thing to give like a little tease and say, hey, we're using people from the indies. So who knows? Hey, maybe, a couple of the promotions that I frequent here in Washington State will get her, and then maybe I can see how good she is live. Because she really wasn't able to do all that much here, because she was just going to be, meat for Awesome Kong to chew on. That was essentially it. She didn't really get a whole lot of moves in. Awesome Kong just tossed her around, beat the shit out of her. Could have beat her multiple goddamn times. A squash match isn't all that bad. This one wasn't all that well paced. And, I mean, it's great that Awesome Kong got a decisive victory, and she should have beaten her easily. I think she got in like 1 shot, and then I think she got in like 1 shot, like a kick in the corner, and then tried for something, and Awesome Kong just beat the shit out of her. Did the old thing that she actually did to Christy Hemme, where she took her on her back and everything, like reverse torture rack, and just snapped her and this kind of stuff. And that was kind of a cool move. And then hit the implant buster 1, 2, 3. And of course, the line in her song, there are 8 million ways to die. She's one. Brandy Rhodes' promos are another. At least you want to feel like it. Anyway, that Melissa or Mel hit some leg drop on this poor, unfortunate girl, and that's really about it. Again, Skylar Moore, interested to see more of her. Awesome Kong, like her, couldn't give 2 shits about Brandy. Then we get a Christopher Daniels promo. He addresses his mistakes. He apologizes to Alex Marvez for snapping at him, during a recent interview. And Daniels says, botches happen, mistakes happen, everything. He's much more focused. He's going to be in the main event tonight. It's Kip Sabian and the Hybrid 2 with Penelope Ford by Kip Sabian's side versus SCU, Christopher Daniels, Scorpio Sky, and Frankie Kazarian. And this was, it was a mess at first because it was just a lot of like, everybody get in here, everybody do some stuff and everything. And then the heels started acting, targeting both of them, really started targeting Daniels, got a lot of heat on Christopher Daniels. It wasn't like SCU just, made a comeback suddenly at the end. They got in shots before that, but boy, Daniels just got the shit beat out of him for a while. And commentary kept putting over the fact that, oh, Christopher Daniels is much, he's doubting himself and everything. He's in his own head. How can he think that he isn't still really, really good? Mistakes do happen. They're going to make Christopher Daniels leader the Dark Order, aren't they? They're going to do that. Just a little sidebar here. Nothing is going to help the Dark Order. The Dark Order is a dead gimmick. It was a bad gimmick before. It's worse now, somehow. I give them credit for trying something new, but it didn't work. It's not going to work. It's going to be fucking terrible. But hopefully I won't see that on Dynamite later today. And by the way, yes, timestamp, I am recording this very early Wednesday morning. Thank you guys, by the way, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Back to the match. Penelope Ford does hit a nice tornado DDT off the apron to Christopher Daniels. I hope they feature Penelope Ford in the ring a little bit more. They want to do some mixed tag matches. Have her and Sabian versus Janela and somebody. I mean, I really have no desire to ever see Joey Janela in the ring, but I don't know who they team him with. But who knows? Put Penelope Ford in the ring. She did fine in that 4-way match they had on Dark. Even if the match went a little long, hey, at least they featured more women. So Daniels does get beat up a little bit. Eventually does a Ricky Robert tag. Kazarian comes in, cleans house. Boy, bad German suplex landing for Evans. I hope he's all right, because that looked really legit bad. Everybody get in here, and then suddenly See You Later pins Evans 1, 2, 3. And that was it. That was really the end of it. There isn't anything really to this. I had debated reviewing it, to be honest, because I was like, how do I review 2 matches? But it doesn't hurt to review this stuff, and that way you guys can be kept, up to date on this stuff, and you guys can leave your thoughts in the comments. And also, it's nice that AEW puts these dark matches on their YouTube channel. Hopefully they won't cut stuff, in the future. I mean, and hopefully there was a good reason. It was just an accidental cut. I think the sweet spot for their AEW, their dark programming, 50 to 55 minutes, that's it. Just do that. Have some nice matches. Don't make them go on too long. Have 3, 4. If you're going to have 4 matches, then you can go an hour. But then you get some nice stories and everything. But anyway, I'm Dragon. Let's just end this review right here. So do you agree, disagree with what I said? Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritland. I'll see you for Dynamite, God, in a few hours.